contain your anger against the facility and the doctors?
I'm working on that.
I received a letter from the White House, from President Obama.
Wow.
Someone who was often a target of her jokes, as was Mrs. Obama, but I received a handwritten note saying not only did she make us laugh, she made us think. In my opinion, it was 100% preventable.
And do you think that the country will see the United States will see the first gay president or the first woman president?
We already have it with Obama. No, Michelle is a
I'm sorry, she's a what?
A transgender.
Melissa Rivers reveals why Joan Rivers could not be saved. A trailblazing funnyman, actress, and TV host, Joan Rivers' sharp wit and intrepid humor made her an iconic figure in the entertainment assiduity for decades. Still, her unforeseen and woeful end in 2014 left suckers and fellow jesters mourning the loss of a true uproarious columnist. While her death was a profound loss to the world, it also raised questions about the circumstances girding her passing and whether there were any chances of saving this comedy icon. In a deeply particular disclosure, Melissa Rivers, Joan's son, opens up about the heartbreaking reasons why Joan Rivers could not be saved, slipping light on a chapter of her mama's life that has long remained shrouded in riddle. Many days before Joan Rivers failed, she passed commentary about Barack and Michelle Obama's fornication. She said that she allowed, "The Obamas were gay. Strikes fear in me that ever, eventually, nearly." Joan Rivers, known for her intrepid comedy, no way diced words. On a particular occasion, intelligencers caught up with her at a New York City bookstore, where she was aiding with a marriage for two same coitus suckers. During the discussion, a journalist inquired about her perspective on the possibility of the United States having an openly gay chairman. Joan claimed, "We formally have it with Obama, so let's just calm down," she said. "You know Michelle Obama is a trans." When asked to further explain, Rivers said, "A transgender, we all know it." Back also, the media dismissed this idea. Still, after Joan's death, these commentary created a buzz on social media, and people wanted to presume further about what Joan Rivers claimed and why she failed right after that. Just a little over a month after uttering those words, tragedy struck suddenly. Joan Rivers' early demise was attributed to a woeful accident. And I will say to my mama, we are moving on. You know what I mean? It's not that I ever tell you to shut up, but you know what I am saying. During a routine procedure on her throat at a Manhattan clinic, a critical complication arose during the operation, causing Joan to stop breathing. It took medical professionals nearly an hour to successfully resuscitate her. She was transported to Mount Sinai Hospital and placed on life-supporting machines. Unfortunately, Joan Rivers passed away on September 4th at Mount Sinai. After her end, a thorough disquisition was launched into the incident's circumstances. It came to light that the medical installation where Joan passed treatment, Yorkville Endoscopy, faced non-supervisory issues with the New York State Health Department. Exposures refocused to a series of crimes made by the clinic both before and during the procedure. Medical staff appeared to have neglected Joan's condition, including a significant drop in her blood pressure. Likewise, there were suggestions of a possible incorrect lozenge of anesthesia, further contributing to the woeful outgrowth. According to a report released by the HHS, a concerning incident occurred within the clinic, grounded on findings by New York State investigators. When Joan Rivers was under sedation and asleep, a clinic staff member took photos of her alongside a croaker, who wasn't authorized to be present. Roughly 8 months following the loss of her mama, Melissa Rivers participated perceptively into the last moments of Joan Rivers' life during an interview with Matt Lauer on Moment. She expressed her views about her mama's death. She said, "I just could not believe what I was seeing. It came veritably surreal." Melissa developed on her decision to initiate a malpractice action against Yorkville Endoscopy, located on Manhattan's Upper East Side, the clinic where Joan's woeful incident took place back in January. According to Melissa, these aren't the crimes that are supposed to be made in a big sanitarium. She showed her frustration to the sanitarium croakers and filed an action case against the sanitarium. She expressed her views on her mama's woeful demise and said that her death was preventable if similar crimes weren't made and if the croakers paid a little further attention to Joan Rivers rather of taking selfies. She said, "In my opinion, it was 100 preventable. My opinion, it was 100 preventable." When Lauer inquired about what measures the clinic could have taken to help Joan's end, Melissa responded, "How about paying attention to the vital signs?" How about having a duly equipped crash wing? What could they have done right off the club to help this? How about paying attention to the vital signs? How about having a duly equipped crash wing? After Joan Rivers' woeful death, numerous people raised an eyebrow at Enterprise and expressed their views that her death wasn't just a bare accident, but rather a move to silence her. You see, after Joan's commentary about Obama and soon after, there were crimes in her routine procedure. While croakers took selfies with her while in a coma, did not make sense the reason for her demise to numerous. Nonetheless, amidst this disquisition, Melissa entered an unanticipated letter of support from former President Obama. Melissa, Joan's sole child, was pleasantly surprised by this sincere gesture. Melissa blazoned what the letter said. I entered a letter from the White House, from President Obama, someone who's frequently a target of her jokes, as well as hers. Obama, I entered a handwritten note that said, not only did she make us laugh, she made us suppose. That is one of those effects that people now are realizing. Soon after entering the letter from Obama, the action against the clinic, Yorkville Endoscopy, was settled. Still, the quantum of the agreement wasn't revealed. It was believed that Joan Rivers' death was a conspiracy and that justice wasn't served as it should have been. But not long after, lately another news abrupt that the particular cook of Obama, Tafari Campbell, has passed down due to drowning. Campbell tragically lost his life in a paddle boarding accident on July 23rd while in Martha's Vineyard. While the point to be noted then's that Tafari Campbell was a complete swoon and was seen swimming on his Instagram highlights. It's stated that he fell off his board and encountered difficulty resurfacing. It's worth noting that Campbell was in a pond near the Obamas' Hearthstone, although the Obamas weren't present at the time, as verified by the police. This incident has also caused quite a stir on social media, claiming one after another, why are people dying who are related to Obama? Still, Obama expressed his condolences, which numerous people believe is just a bare play to get out of the trouble. There have been suggestions that Tafari was casting a potentially pregnant expose before his unfortunate demise while paddleboarding near the Obama family's Martha's Vineyard Hearthstone. Though law enforcement authorities have officially labeled Tafari's end as an accidental drowning, the online community has been replete with guesses that his death might involve further than meets the eye. These reservations have been fueled by the belief that Tafari was penning a potentially explosive book before his early end, egging inquiries into whether someone might have sought to silence him, analogous to Joan Rivers. Significantly, in the weeks following Tafari's woeful drowning, a collection of old letters allegedly penned by Obama during the 1980s resurfaced on the internet. Further and further questions surfaced from the death of former U.S. President Barack Obama's particular cook, Tafari Campbell. These letters contained undressed perceptivity into his views on same coitus magnet. Formally again, there have been enterprises and propositions stating that Obama is gay, which is why people who are about to expose him are being excluded tragically. There have been numerous loopholes in the death of Joan Rivers and Tafari Campbell, and they both feel to have some kind of connection, which states that their deaths weren't just an accident. A stoner reflected, and now the Obama cook who was a great swoon has mysteriously failed in 8 bases of water. You know, he knew commodity about the Obamas. No gestation filmland of Michelle or Michael, moreover. We miss you, Joan. So what do you suppose? Is Melissa Rivers telling the verity? Join the discussion and let us know in the commentary. Thanks.